A senator confronts the Netflix CEO with a simple but powerful concern. If media giants keep merging, will creators lose their voice and their pay?
To Senator Welch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you being here. I think, Mr. Sarandos, when we met, I indicated to you the big concern I have is what's the impact on the creative community.
Yes, sir.
If this merger goes through, you'll be huge, and the folks that are creating content will have to come to you. And it's hard to see how, with fewer outlets for a person who, or creators who have something special to present to the American people, if they have fewer options, it's going to suppress creative content. Can you address that?
Absolutely. The best way to keep giving opportunity to creators is to make more content, make more productions. Netflix is leading the way in doing that. And I would say that into this merger, we intend to keep these operating entities operating exactly like they are today, with independent creative groups who do that buying. Meaning, by the way, this is something rooted in something we started doing years ago at Netflix, is creating competitive buying teams inside of Netflix. So let's just say you're a writer, you bring a project to us, we have a family team, a comedy team, and a drama team. It's pretty unlikely that any project that comes in the door is absolutely any one of those three things. You can pitch it to all three teams, and one may pass and one may take it.
You explained that. So,
yeah.
But if I'm a creator, I come to you, you've got these teams, you want to get my content, but my options to go elsewhere after a merger diminish. And of course, there's been a wave of mergers in the entertainment industry preceding this proposed plan. You also have a business responsibility to Netflix to control cost. One of the ways you control cost is you pay me as a creator less. And me as a creator, if I have fewer places to go, there's less competition for you. Isn't that dynamic, like real and inevitable with this merger?
As I said, so we're keeping every one of those buying entities open for business, meaning that if you don't sell your show to Netflix, you can sell that show to HBO. If you don't sell it to Netflix for feature film, you can sell it to Warner Brothers. And all four may want it, and it's very common in the business. I'm sure Bruce could talk to you about how CNN has bid against HBO for documentaries at Sundance Film Festival. Happens all the time. Everyone is focused on doing best by the consumer.
Okay.
And the way we win is to get the best product for the consumer.
Thank you. I'll ask Mr. Campbell. What I understand is the Writers Guild of America, after the Warner Brothers Discovery merger in 2022, the merged firm canceled and wrote off about $2 billion in content. That's true, right?
After the merger, there was a significant write-off. That merger included a significant amount of debt being put on the combined company, so at least initially we had some meaningful financial considerations. Since that time, we've invested significantly in content, and our content investment has grown every year.
Right, this is really the question that I need to be answered. I think it's incredibly important that we have more content, not less. I think it's incredibly important that we have creators and writers and producers having an opportunity to get their story to us, to try to get the benefit of stories that are told to America about our own experience. And it's just hard for me to understand how, if there are fewer buyers where there is less opportunity for competition, it's going to result in more content. You're telling me I'm wrong?
No, we know as a successful studio, both on the television and film side, the way you're successful is by convincing the creative community that if you come to your studio, you're going to get a fair shake. And as Ted has...
there's something wonderful in the culture of a good company, right? And Warner Brothers has done extraordinary things. But it's really, as I understood it, been really committed to movies and creating incredible movies. Netflix is astonishing in what it's done. Out of nothing, it creates streaming, which is very, very popular. All of us use it. But those, if you're going to be in charge of Warner Brothers, you'd like to say that nothing will change. But don't we usually hear that anytime there's a big merger, that nothing will change and it'll all be better? So prove it.
Senator Welch, I'd like to explain that because, like I said earlier today, most media mergers have fared poorly. I agree. Mostly because one of two reasons. Either you have the Noah's Ark problem, you bought a company that has the exact same sets of assets that you do, so that's all you do is cut everything in half and look for the profit, squeeze it out. That's not what we're doing. We don't have any of these assets that we're buying from Warner Brothers. The other problem usually is a company that doesn't have particular expertise in that business, and they wind up just sucking cash out instead of putting cash in. We have a particular expertise in this business, and we have a strong, healthy balance sheet to keep investing in this business. Now, it is different from previous media mergers, I know that. But I will tell you, I've been at Netflix for over 25 years. We have done, every year we've been successful by doing things differently. And this media merger will be different than any of the others because we actually need these people. We need those movies, we need those series. So we're going to keep them all operating, and I want them to compete with one another, just as if we didn't own them. And it's very common that the teams inside of Netflix compete for today for the same project all the time.
Thank you. Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
This exchange goes beyond a single merger and touches the future of storytelling itself. At the heart of the questioning is a familiar economic tension. When industries consolidate, efficiency can increase, but competition can shrink. For creative workers, writers, producers, and independent storytellers, competition is often what protects both artistic freedom and fair compensation. Fewer buyers can mean fewer chances to take risks on new voices or unconventional ideas. Netflix's defense rests on a different vision of scale. The company argues that size allows it to fund more productions, support multiple internal teams competing for projects, and ultimately deliver more content to audiences. In this view, consolidation is not about cutting creativity, but expanding the resources behind it. The promise is that investment, not reduction, will define the merger. History, however, makes lawmakers cautious. Past media mergers have sometimes led to debt, restructuring, and canceled projects, decisions that ripple outward to the creative community. That memory shapes the skepticism heard in the hearing room. The real question is not what companies promise during a merger, but what incentives guide them afterward. For viewers, this debate matters because it shapes what stories get told and who gets to tell them. The structure of the media industry influences whether audiences see a wide range of perspectives or a narrower set of commercially safe choices. It also affects the livelihoods of thousands of creative professionals whose work rarely appears in the spotlight of policy debates. This is why Capital Lens watches moments like this closely. Behind the technical language of mergers and markets is a deeper issue about culture, competition, and creative opportunity. In modern America, stay informed, stay engaged, and follow Capital Lens for clear context on the decisions shaping the stories we all see on screen.